to start the day with this amazing group of people, those who have shaped Boston's history on the court and off the court, those who continue to provide the much needed moments of joy for our city and unity in times of such challenge, and so many who have stood up for Boston to be on the right side of history time and time again in everything that we do. I think what I enjoy most about being the mayor of Boston whenever I'm outside of Boston is that I know I can pick a fight with anyone else, anywhere, by the sports gear, the Celtics hat that I'm wearing, or whatever else you want to talk about, because we are the city of champions and we let everyone know. What that means locally for us also is that we take such pride, such fierce pride in being Celtics fans, in being Red Sox Nation, in being the fans and the community that are going to stand together no matter what's happening in the standings, and no matter what last night, whether last night was a blowout or whether last night was something we don't want to talk about, we are going to be there for our teams and we're going to be there for each other. That's a heavy weight that sits on the shoulders of our sports franchises and those who are on the courts and are playing every day and supporting those who are out there as our heroes, as our leaders, and those who help us see the very best of ourselves. Whenever I am in our schools and in our classrooms talking to our young people, they bring up the latest that's been happening, what they've been following, and what they take from our teams is not only that sense of pride, but also real lessons about teamwork, about standing up for each other, about trying your very hardest and just keep going no matter what. That is completely infused into who we are as a city. This is a city that has never been willing to back down. And I'm so proud to be mayor of a community that lives that every day, and whose sports teams also carry that out and have our full support no matter who's coming at us. In some ways, that's what we need from our government right now too, even though that's in a little bit of short supply depending on what kind of headlines you're scrolling through on the day. But government exists to bring people together and to get things done, to show us the best of ourselves, to do the big things that none of us could do by ourselves, like build a bridge, or get everything together to fill 27,000 potholes, or to take care of our schools and our pipes and the jobs and industries that need attention. And so I'm honored every day that in this city and in this Commonwealth, we still find ways to come together to get things done. We still are in direct communication with our community members to figure out how we continue to deliver, and how we can deliver in ways that are bigger and better than ever before. I want to thank all those who have put in so much to make this project possible and to get it done and to make it as beautiful as it is. Thank you to my teammates and those at the city, our Chief of Streets, Yasha Franklin Hodge. I see Julia Campbell from our Transportation, our Deputy Chief as well. Staff from our Public Works Department, Transportation Department, members from our Sports, Tourism, and Special Events Office. I think I saw John Borders in the back somewhere, as well as our Economic Opportunity and Inclusion Cabinet, members from our Community Engagement Cabinet, and all our city teams who have worked to make sure that this work would happen in partnership with the state, and also to make sure that our communities would be kept aware of how to manage all of the various pieces of construction as it was taking place. Thank you to our state partners as well. Of course, our amazing governor, Governor Maura Healey, Transportation Secretary Monica Tibbetts-Nutt, Highway Administrator Jonathan Gulliver, and all those state team members who also came together to do this. And I want to recognize my colleagues in elected office at a time when it can be quite complicated to be in the public eye. I couldn't ask for better partners in our City Council President, Madam President Ritzy Lujan, City Councilors Gabriela Coletta Zapata and Sharon Durkin, as well as the state reps and senators who represent each end of the bridge who are here with us today. State Rep Danny Ryan and State Senator Sal DiDomenico, State Senator Lydia Edwards, and State Representative Aaron Michaelwitz as well. And special shout out to, I'll just echo the governor's thanks to the Russell family and the Celtics family. So to Janine and to Karen and Jacob and to all those who have made sure that our team could bear everything that was on their shoulders in a city that watches every second of every play. Thank you for doing all that you do every single day. Thank you for shaping the city and making us who we are. Today, we are here to celebrate what government does best and what our community does best. Work hard to bring people together. As we are making these major infrastructure investments, we also think about connecting our communities for every day afterwards now that the bridge is open. I'm very honored that in addition to the incredible William Felton, Bill Russell, we also will be commemorating with the parks on each side of the bridge resident heroes from the local communities that are connected by this span. So thank you to my colleagues in elected office who helped us make sure we were working with community to identify and properly commemorate these local heroes. Robert Bobby D. Cristoforo, and Boston Fire Lieutenant Steve Minahan, who also represent who we are and have sacrificed and given so much to our communities. They stood up for what they believed and refused to sit down until they made things better for everyone. And today we resolve to carry on that mission. We resolve to make Boston a home for everyone, a beacon for freedom, and a community that will always take care of our residents. Finally, as I think about the legacy of Bill Russell, I admit there's so much to talk about on the court, off the court, and it's a special reminder for me every day at work because I get to walk out of my office and see the incredible statue, and I got to meet the artist and the sculptor who created that statue, who's here today as well. But there's also a deeper, more personal connection too, because one of my favorite pictures of my oldest son, who's 10 years old now, is from his, I think he was in 2nd or 3rd grade at the time, and they were asked in the Boston Public Schools to pick a hero, a person that they wish that they could have known and met, and then they had to basically learn and research as much as they could, write a report, and then at the end of the year there was a special presentation where everyone dressed up as that person and had to basically answer questions from parents and visitors as if they were that person, right? They would have to be able to answer, why did you do this, or how did you grow up, or this or that, the other. So I have a picture of Blaze wearing the gigantic rings on every finger that we bought off Amazon, little light up plastic rings, but he's got that photo. He still has all of the Celtics gear, and to this day I can still ask him questions about Bill Russell, and he's the expert because he had to live it, he had to identify with it, and the legacy most of all for our children and for generations to come in Boston to know who we are, what we stand for, and what we will always be fighting for is going to be another legacy that this bridge and all the people who came together for it will make sure it continues on. So thank you so much, and congratulations.